And then my other question is on the other side is on 6A, that alternative. Um, I think we heard some concerns about option two under 6A, which is would be using the unimpaired flow baseline. And some of the concerns as I heard it is just maybe the confusion it might introduce in having a dual system essentially applied to a single water right holder or a group of water right holders. So I'm looking to the very far back of the room here where our staff are convening, and just wondering if you could help me understand that a little bit better in terms of how that might work functionally as I'm thinking about these different options that we have.
Yeah, thank you for the question too. I'd like to clarify that. From the perspective of the curtailments, each water right is treated individually. So I don't think it presents the challenges that maybe are perceived to attach to that concept. We would treat each water right separately. So if you had a new project and it had a water right associated with it, that water right would be subject to the percent of unimpaired flow similar to the non-BA water rights. And that would be, something we develop more through the methodology, but that's similar to the approach that we used during the drought, in which some parties were subject to the drought curtailments, others were not if they had a health and safety exception or for non-consumptive uses. We had categories of exemptions there as well. So I would imagine this would work a similar way. I think it is a feasible approach for us to employ. I think there are some policy comments that are being made related to, whether that's appropriate or not. I think is for us. We'll need to weigh those considerations. But in terms of the new projects, I think it makes sense. Those new projects would generally be the first to be curtailed because they'd be a junior priority water right in the system, either whether you have a percent of unimpaired flow for unavailability purposes anyway, unless it's a state filed application, then it would get whatever priority date that state filed application has. So anyway, let me know if you have any further questions on that.
Not right now, but thank you for that. That helps explain the approach a little bit more. Appreciate it.